People think that making friends, getting girls, being a part of a community, being invited to clubs and parties are hard things to do. But I'm going to tell you something that I find much harder. Just because you have a bunch of friends, just because you have a bunch of people around you who say that you are one of them and we all sing hallelujah on Sundays, it doesn't mean they're going to be around you for the foreseeable future. I want to tell you something that I find much harder to achieve for me personally, and that is having 1 to 2 friends whom you've known for ages, these same 2 motherfuckers whom you've known for God knows how long, and you still choose to be friends with them throughout all of those years. Even though they have changed, they've adopted all of these weird-ass ideologies, values. They've gone in completely separate ways, you know, but you still support them at the end of the day because they're still your friends. You still love them, and you're happy when you see them grow. You're happy for their successes, and their goals have become your goals also, and that is to become the best version of yourself, whatever that might be, and you like seeing them succeed. You feel happy for their wins, even though that might be in competition with your own goals, you know, to stay happy for your friends and not becoming resentful or jealous is a very hard thing to do. How many of you have those sorts of friendships? The other thing as well that I find really hard to achieve, and have I told you this before, but I fear commitments. I fear staying around, being with someone for a long period of time. I don't know why. It's just a fear, an irrational fear, if you will. Even though around me, all of these relationships in my life, I've seen people being together for 40 plus years, my parents included. And I wonder, haven't you got sick of this person yet? You wake up one day and you think to yourself, I'm sick of my wife. I'm sick of my husband snoring. Why is he so freaking annoying? Why doesn't he clean the toilet? Maybe I'm talking too much about my parents. Why don't you take out the hair from the sink? It's clogging up the sink and I have to go in there and pull it out. Don't microwave the popcorn without covering the bowl. Stuff like that. You know, my parents can tell you all about this. Why are you still together? Why? You fight all the time, but then, you know, because of us kids, perhaps you stay together. I don't know. I find those things hard to achieve. Much more than getting multiple dates, going out with multiple girls, you know, getting girls every single weekend, hooking up with different girl every few months. You get bored, you move on, big deal. Or getting a new friend group, you know, you make friends everywhere you go, right? You travel, you make friends. You go to work at different environments, you make friends. You go to a different gym, you make different friends there. But it's much harder to get real with someone. Bro, how are you feeling? Where did you meet your girlfriend, you know? Do you ask those sort of questions? This is something that I have criticized my culture in the past, that we are being too invasive. But sometimes, you know, can you get real with the person without feeling like you're being judged? I think people find it hard to become vulnerable with people around them because they fear getting hurt, myself included. But in order for you to become real with someone, you need time, you need effort. You need to actually put in an effort. It takes so much freaking effort to maintain a relationship going. And I've learned this the hard way, you know, having a girlfriend. I still need to wake up and say good morning to her every day. Otherwise, you're going to get cranky. Well, not cranky, but you know what I mean. Like, she's gonna question, why haven't you said good morning to me this morning, or where have you been? Maybe she's a bit clingy, but who knows. But it takes so much effort, even with my friends. If I don't text them back, if I haven't caught up with them for a while, they might think that I'm not their friends anymore, and they need that reassurance. What the hell is wrong with you, man? You haven't talked to me for ages. If I haven't uploaded my video for a while, my viewers will tell me, what the hell happened to you, Koi? Are you okay? Don't let me get started on this parasocial relationship thing. But by the way, I love you guys. Don't get me wrong. But it takes so much effort. And if you're a healthcare worker like me, you can probably relate to this. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna warn you. I might come off as being judgmental. I'm not trying to be judgmental, but I'm just presenting a possible perspective, if you will. You see these patients who are chronically ill and they never seem to get better. The logical thing would be to turn away from them, because they're basically a drain on your energy, on your resources, on your time. They're not really doing anything for themselves. They're not getting better. You have to do everything for them. They're wasting money. If they're your loved one, if they're your wife, your husband, and if you have kids, that's just like taking time away from your kids, depending on how you look at it, by the way. Because you're sick, you're in bed. So, yeah, why bother sticking around? And unfortunately, there's some people out there in the world who think like this. They just want their partner or whatever to, pass away quickly so they can get, the money or whatever. But what really warms my heart is sometimes I see these patients, they're so sick, they're so ill, they can't do anything for themselves. But I see just so how many people turn up to visit them days in and days out. They don't mind driving a distance, they don't mind spending the time, they just want to be around their special loved ones because they mean the world to them. It really warms my heart every time I think about these situations. I have a sick patient, and their loved ones is so happy, so gracious, so patient. They're just coming in every day. They don't mind spending time with this person, even though they're not. The person is not really doing anything. They're sick. They can't do anything for them anymore. What do you see on social media? What do our young boys and young girls see? Chase that big booty girl. You got to be an alpha male. You got to be a high value man. You got to go out and bang as many chicks as possible. And girls will be like, if he isn't 6 foot tall, if he doesn't make 6-figure income, if he doesn't have a house, if he isn't a landlord, if he doesn't have his own business, if he doesn't have his life sorted out, and then he's not worth your time, or if she's this, she's that, if she's mid, she's not worth your time. Focus on your goals, king. Let's get it. Fuck bitches, make money. I think the thing that people, this is what I think, okay? I think people need to ask the real question. Are they kind? Are they kind people? Do they have integrity? Will they be by my side even during the worst of times? I think those are the real questions. It's very rare to find people whom you can get real with. By the way, there's nothing wrong with lighter acquaintance level relationship. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying you have to become soulmates with every single person you run into. But people will need to give it time to develop into these relationships without putting up barriers and thinking, maybe I deserve much more. Maybe I deserve a guy who makes more money. Maybe I deserve a hotter chick, whatever. You're not going to get to that level if you keep putting up these barriers. You keep, labeling people as being high value or being low value, whether they are an obstacle to your goals or not, whether this person's success will, make you look like a loser. It won't boost you up on the dominance hierarchy. You won't be seen as an alpha hanging out with this person, whatever. I think cut the bullshit. Just cut the bullshit. Stop listening to these guys that tell you otherwise. That's it. That's it for today. Hope you guys are doing well. Stay strong. God bless. I love you all. And if you listened to this far, thank you for listening to me. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll speak to you later. God bless.